Hello, my beautiful darlings. How are you? How are you coping with lockdown? Are you melting down or are you rising up? I literally am going to do some more. Oh, I should say welcome to the Isolation Guru, temporary title for the lockdown. And do you know what? I've just been doing loads of admin and stuff like that. Also, what I've just done as well, which I should just put a little plug in, is that I am doing my Prism Living online course half price for the lockdown. Okay, I'm getting so many people saying how depressed they are and that, you know, their shadows are coming out. You know, your darker stuff that you've tried to put away or tried to get rid of or tried to forget coming out a bit. People are getting a bit stir crazy. They're starting to get the they're starting to perhaps see things they want to change in their life, and it's almost like a bit of a judgment, you know, judgment energy coming up at the moment. So I totally get it. I was there for 5 years. Like, I know I keep saying that, but I have to keep impressing upon you. I don't think people realise it, you know. And do you know what? It's so many people moaning. I don't mean this about the people that are getting depressed. Oh my God, I don't mean that. But I'm just saying, generally, you know, you look on social media and people are going, oh God, you know, I don't know what to do. And it's only been 3 weeks. And, you know, you want to try 5 years. It's just a bit of awareness for, you know, chronic illness people there. Have a thought if you've got anybody in your family or friend circuit that has chronic illness or spends a lot of time isolated or in bed. Have a think now. I really hope that the good things that come out of this, on top of us being more conscious of ourselves, our lives, humanity, our neighbours, our peers, the people in the world, that we also come out, you know, being a bit kinder and a bit more vigilant towards wanting to help people that are not as fortunate as us. Okay? So anyway, before I get on my soapbox, yes, Prism Living is a 7-week online course, and it covers every aspect that I was taught by the angel realms and the spirit world during my time in bed for the 5 years. So it incorporates mindfulness. It's got various exercises for you to look at yourself and to review your life and how to manage it. There's information on crystals, there's information on archangels, the spirit world. It basically encompasses everything that you need to get yourself on a spiritual path, or for you to be able to deal with anything that comes into your life, because of all the information that I feed you and give you on a weekly basis. I've obviously had so many people do it, and they've come back saying how powerful it is, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to do it half price for everybody, because there's so many people that are just a bit lost at the moment. I totally get it. And you know what, from a not a selfish point of view, but from a self-affirmation point of view, I'm so bloody grateful that I went through that isolation, because I am the most content and at peace. And you know, I'm loving this, because at the end of the day, and it sounds awful, I don't mean that because of all the horror and the fear and the passings that are taking place, but the fact is that I now know how mentally strong I am, how spiritually strong I am, because this lockdown was most probably one of my biggest challenges, I suppose, because I've always relied on, you know, my friends and being able to go out and all the rest of it, like we all have. But on top of that, I've had a bit of a crash, which I'm slowly coming out of, which is a bonus. But I wake up and I've got a smile on my face, and that's what I want everybody to do. I want everybody to wake up and go, yes, you know, because a lot of you might be thinking, shit, it's another bloody day stuck in this house kind of thing, you know, but I don't think that. Anyway, let's get on with it. I'm not going to be doing any more, darlings, because I opened up a bit of a monster here. When I did the house soul reading things, I really did want you to look at yourself and research the colours, research what you'd drawn, and really look into what you perceive to be what your inner soul was telling you. But it turned out that a lot of people asked me for advice, which is absolutely fine, but I didn't realise I would literally get hundreds. I did as many as I could in emails. I obviously did some in a previous video. I'm just going to do these last couple, and then I'm going to have to leave it at that. Okay, I'm going to do most probably 3 or 4 now, and leave it at that, because I want to do a little experiment later with the cards. So I don't want to burn myself out too much, darlings. No, I don't want to burn myself out too much. So this one is from, I believe it's Annette K. Oh, you're new to me. Hello, sweetheart. You're new to my musings and philosophy and rantings and goodness knows what. Welcome, darling. I hope you get a lot of insight. If there's anything else you want to know, please ask and I will deliver on here, my lovely. Okay, I don't know if you've done this via Facebook or not, but I will put this link on Facebook. So, Annette, darling, wow. I should have really linked into this before I started, shouldn't I? Okay, obviously yellow here. So yellow is solar plexus. It is the core of our soul, and it is something that keeps us driving forward. It keeps us pumping forward with positivity and resolve, and just keep going forward, okay? It appears to me at the moment that you've got excellent foundation. Okay, you've got excellent foundation there because you have got a green basis. So this is emotional. So I would say from that your emotions are quite together because they're creating the foundation of your house, your soul, okay? Very, very strongly. However, it's interesting, the upper parts of the walls in it are very, very thin. So that might mean that you need to work on your boundaries a bit, okay, darling? Because they're very, very thin. So that tells me that you're not actually creating massive boundaries. I wonder if you've had heartache in the past. Okay, because perhaps the foundation of this strong heart energy is because you've been hurt in the past. So you're thinking, do you know what? I'm not having this again. So let's see about working boundaries, working on forgiveness, working on looking at what's going on with you. Okay, you're aspiring to communicate because you've got a blue roof. So you're aspiring to communicate, I think, one with perhaps a higher dimension. Why does she always start barking when I do this? I press record and she barks. So, and perhaps you want to communicate with people that have hurt us in the past. I don't know if this is family, friends, or a close relationship, but you know, it could be one of it or all. But I just feel like you're very guided. That is the reason why you've done no downstairs windows or a door. You're not open to people wanting to come in at the moment. There may be a sense of vulnerability going on there, Annette. Okay, darling. The good news is you've got a tree next to you. However, the foliage is very strong and very vibrant and abundant. However, the trunk itself is like stick thin. So that tells me that you're kind of perhaps possibly showing a facade, if you like, as opposed to what you're really feeling. You know, you're pretending everything's okay, or you're pretending you're stronger than you are, okay? Because there's no roots, the trunk is very thin and dwindly, so that's really very vulnerable to, you know what I mean? So that's how I perceive your tree, darling, that is next to your house. You are trying, don't get me wrong, you're trying really hard, but you're still very vulnerable. I really do feel like something's knocked you in the past, darling, and this is why it feels so empty to me here, that your soul itself at the moment is like, whoa, okay, I need to start colouring in my soul again. This is the feeling I'm getting, and you'll get loads of tips on this, either through my calls or through all the videos I do, darling. It really is that simple. If you go through my videos and pick the ones that perhaps will resonate with you, there's this really simple exercise and really simple things to do to bring you back to where you need to be, darling, okay? You've got two flowers and they're red. Okay, base chakra stuff. I don't know if these are two people that you adore, love, or they're two people that you've loved that have created the hurt, or it's both. I don't know, but there are two special connections in your life that are pretty much the life and soul of what keeps you going. Okay, two elements. So I don't know if they're two children. This one's male, one's female by the looks of it, unless this is you and your ex. I don't know, I can't perceive that too well at the moment. What I do know is there's one blossoming bigger than the other. This could also represent, if you've got a flower in the shadow of another, is that you've been in the shadow of someone else, or someone took your power away. Okay, that's how I perceive that as. It's a base chakra colour. So it's definitely affected your life in some way. Do you know what? I am gonna go with someone that's created a problem here in the past, or that you have been hurt, or there's been let down, because you know you've got these flowers, again a bit dwindly, and they've got hearts connected to the top of them, right? So there are definitely two people that serve you well in your life, okay? But there's also a reflection here to the past, okay? There is definitely a reflection to the past. So I don't know if you lost money, or you struggled with living, work, you know, all of the worldly things that we have to deal with. But I just feel like there was a knock there, and this is why you've got this strong erratic yellow going on around you. It's like, I have to fight, I have to keep going, I have to keep going. You're on the right track, darling, but don't give yourself a hard time. Don't put yourself under pressure to have to get things done, and I have to be this person, I have to be that. Start showing your true self. Look at me. Well, I haven't even brushed my hair, got no makeup on. I really don't give a shit. Right? And it's not that I don't give a shit about my personal appearances. It's why should I make myself up and do my hair and, you know, make myself look all lovely? For what? You know, my truth is that I'm working at the moment. I've got loads of work on, loads of written work, and I don't need to get, you know, made up for that, because I must be sitting in the sun in a minute, and what's the good of that as well, sitting with makeup on whilst you're taking in all the lovely tanny stuff that's going on. So try and speak your truth. Try and be a bit more truthful with yourself than others. And I feel like I want to work on boundaries, forgiveness and self-love with you, darling, so that we can get a door drawn into your soul house. I hope that makes sense. Keep going and love yourself, darling. You did nothing wrong in all this. I don't know why I just keep feeling there's like some sort of self-blame there. Okay, so that's you. Now, Emma Kellett. I've just done the house exercise. I'd love to have a look. Right, Emma, let's have a little look. Yours, darling. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Ooh. Okay. Very busy girl. I know that. You've got a lot going on in your head. Okay. Now, Emma, this reminds me very much of a student's house that I saw many moons ago in one of my workshops, right? And I don't know if I'm allowed to show them. Can I show them? It's very, very busy. So with this, the purple is the thing that I'm attracted to the most. Now, this is interesting, right? I don't know if you are blocking spirit connection or, pardon me, blocking your intuition, but the purple part, which is your crown chakra, but it's kind of like a purpley indigo, so it could, I'm going to go with both, right? Third eye and crown chakra, right? You've got crosses going across them, and you've almost got grills at the window, right? So I don't know if you're scared of your ability, or scared of things you've seen, or you don't want to like have your nan standing over you going, hello darling, but there seems to be, your soul is telling you that you are blocking a really beautiful energy that could come in and help you a lot more, Emma, okay? So I would say to you, get some angel cards or start meditating and realise it's a very safe and loving environment that you're in. I don't know if you've got 3 children or not, but those 3 hearts on stalks are the reason for being for you. So you've got, or it could be hubby and 2 kids, but there's 3 sparks of energy there that you adore and keep you going, which I'm really happy for, okay? But I'm telling you now, unblock all of this worry and fear. You will never, I've been born into this. I have never ever had anything bad happen to me in my home or my house. I'm surrounded by guides and guardian angels and God knows what. Nothing bad's going to happen. So I don't know why you're crossing or stopping or blocking your divine intuition. This is like the high priestess upside down. It's like you don't want to see it. You don't want to deal with it. And it's like, come on, have a look at the beautiful divine and what it can bring you through meditation, through angel card work, or through any of the videos that you see me do. Start opening up yourself to it, because it wants you in. It wants to give you some enlightenment there. You're just starting a fresh start by the looks of it, because you've got little sprouts around the bottom of your sprouts. Is that the right one? Not Brussels sprouts. But you've got little bits of grass growing up around the foundations of your house, so that's good. We've got a fresh start there. The door looks like is that dark green? I'm going to go, or is it black? I'm going to go black, darling. If that's black or even dark green, your door is like, and that's like, no, I can't deal with anybody else coming in at the moment. I can't deal with anybody draining me. I'm trying to sort myself out, and I really just can't be doing that. So it just feels like at the moment is that you've got enough on your plate. You don't need, mind you saying that, with this, with the arena we're in at the moment, with the bloody, COVID, at the end of the day, it could even be that you're feeling protective of who's in your house and that you don't want anybody in because of the coronavirus. So it could be a subconscious play on that, to be fair. However, if I did want to do a spiritual input, I would say that you're just very wary of who's coming through your door and what you're taking on at the moment. Okay, darling? Again, boundaries, quite thin there, so be aware of your boundaries and say no when you want to. You've got orange in your pathway, which is very checkered and crossed. So I don't know if you're exploring your intimate relationships and perhaps they're a bit complicated at the moment, or there needs to be a bit of work there, but that's what I perceive with that. You've got a bicycle, which almost looks like a tandem actually, rather than a bicycle. Love your bicycle, it's very good, darling. And that tells me that it is a vehicle for movement, okay? Anything that you see in a dream or meditation to do with vehicles, or you're in it or on it, like a car, a lorry or a bike or whatever, talks about your movement in life, how you're negotiating life. So the bicycle's sitting there ready and waiting for you to take a journey. I really feel like you're being asked, oh my God, I really feel like you're being asked to get on some sort of spiritual path, because you've even done I feel that's a letterbox, right? This red letterbox, and that's one that represents communication. Like, come on, communicate with us, because obviously letters go in it and all the rest of it. But it's also red on a base chakra thing, so you need to get a few things sorted in your life as well that are still bugging you. Okay, I don't know what it is, but it's all to do with life stuff. Okay, because it's in red, it's base chakra stuff. So get stuff in a row. Kick out what you don't need, prioritise what you do, and delegate as well. But also, it's all over the communication. You've got the sun coming in, which is your solar plexus, giving you warmth, but it's very erratically mixed with the blue. The blue is very erratic as well, so it just feels like your mind is very busy. It's like you're getting a bit overwhelmed by the people's needs and wants and what's going on around you. And so we just need a bit of calmness going on there, okay? So the calm I want you to do is through meditation, or just take 10 minutes out on your own for a walk. Still allowed to do it, so quickly get in there before it changes. But I just feel I need you to just take a breath and start thinking about things like meditation, or gardening, or just get yourself away from people, just to rebalance, rethink, and get your priorities set. Okay, I hope that's okay for you. I mean, you understand it, right? Patricia, my little darling. Wow. Okay. Wow, okay. You do you know what, Trish, you are such an amazing person, because you are so spiritual, and you've actually wow, okay, you've actually done an outstanding job on interpreting your soul house. Right, okay, that's all blue, green, so that's blue communication. Right, okay, darling. Right, this is what I'm seeing with you. The pink, obviously, you're aspiring to self-love here. So remember when I said about Archangel Chamuel and Rose Quartz? Self-love is what it's all about. Because you're an empath, okay, darling, we are the worst at looking after ourselves and keeping ourselves happy, because we want to make the world brilliant and make everybody around us happy. And we will exhaust ourselves to our last nth degree to keep other people happy that we love, right? We're like eager puppies, aren't we? And it's a nightmare. But it's part of our makeup, but that's never going to change, is it? But this is a good time for you to start, being optimal on your own self-love. So let's really work it, okay? Favourite music on. That Temple of Silence, Duta, right? I've got it on in the background. I don't know if you can hear it. Oh my God, I'm obsessed with it. I love it. I've got it on all the time with my bloody essential oils burning and all my crystals. I've got, look, my nice snowy quartz today sitting next to me. So lovely, refreshing and cleansing. Lovely energy. So anyway, darling, yes, self-love is what you need to be working on at the moment. You've got yellow as well. So again, we want to be doing visualizations of solar plexus, completely connecting with you, mixing that with the pink. And I'd like a bit of silver to go in your visualization as well, to ask for the angel energy to come in, okay? You are aspiring to wanting to be happy, which is absolutely right. And obviously you're talking about your mum and dad, absolutely right. So we need you to let go of or deal with anything, your shadow part, your shadow self, of things that you're feeling sad about or that you haven't perhaps dealt with brilliantly or properly. Acknowledge and see how you're feeling about people that have passed or have left you or have moved on, okay? That's important. Okay. Also, what I want to do, we've got green around you, which is obviously emotion, and we've got blue, which is communication. The communication here is next to your wall, Trish. So what I want to say with that is that you are, watch your boundaries and only communicate with people that are not going to drain you. Also, speak your truth with people around you. Don't let people take the mickey out of you, and don't let people take you for granted, okay? Start exercising only the right people to be in your life at the moment, and the people that serve you well and give you energy. The north, east, west, that's really weird, because that's almost like saying you don't, you know, where do I belong? It's basically showing you balance. And north, east, south and west is, you know, it's like the elements, when the pagans and that called upon all the elements, and it's to do, obviously, if you have the angels to deal with that as well, call angels from the east, west, north, south, right? And that's to do with balance with you. So it's establishing balance. Archangel Regular on the Power Blue Ray, ask him to come in as well to establish his balance. Okay, what do I need to work on? What do I need to do? What is creating problems from my past? What is I'm worried about the future? How am I in present time? Is there anything that's holding me back? Anything that's not making me feel great? Okay, work on the boundaries. You've got loads of emotion going on around you up the top. Okay, one I feel is green, which is Raphael, healing. So I feel like I've got archangel energy as well as your own personal energy here, Trish, over you, which is basically Archangel Raphael is bringing you healing. He's healing you from the past. You've been through so much. You've done so much for other people. It's time for you to start sucking it all in for yourself, okay? And acknowledging the fact that your emotions might be a bit disbalanced at the moment because of the compass at the bottom. We've now got your emotions all over the place at the top. So that's absolutely fine. Look at those emotions. If they're good, you bloody feed on those. And obviously thank Raphael for being there and bringing the healing. I hope that's okay for you, my darlings. I've also got Lindsay, my little darling. I wasn't well enough yesterday to do this, my little sweetheart. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it on here with the rest of my lovely people, so it's all in one place. Let's have a little look. Oh, Lynn, you're such a little beauty, aren't you? Don't put it in public. Don't put it in public. Nobody knows who you are, darling. You can just imagine it. I can stay in my hair. Doy buggery. Okay, do you know the first thing I see on this? God, just so like me, it's ridiculous. Okie dokie. It's a shame I know you, because some of this is so self-explanatory, it's ridiculous. However, do you know the first thing that really smacks in my face, which I think, oh my God, right, is the facade. Now, your soul, okay, what we're not aiming for anything at all. That's the wrong thing to say. But generally, your soul house, you know, we have certain things that we can identify. You've changed it. It almost looks like a clown, okay? You've created this really pretty face, and it all looks lovely and fluffy and wonderful, and it's all colourful and lovely, and it's like, hello, I'm here. and it's just, to me, a facade. So there needs to be more shadow work done. There needs to be more work inside done, because we still haven't got the balance, because we're still showing a different front to what we really are inside, darling. Okay, this is like a happy smiley clown face, and it isn't, and it doesn't, I don't feel it reflects. It's telling you that you are still using a different front to please people than you should be. This is talking about getting back into the roots, the truth of who you are. Shadow self is digging into, this is like for everybody to know about this as well. Shadow self is about digging into the places you don't really want to go. Okay, so it could be what, you know, that it's about your grief or the loss of people you love. It could be a previous relationship. It could be going back to a time when you were really miserable or unhappy. You know, oh, I don't want to drag this up. The only reason you would do shadow work and drag it back up is if it is still in your consciousness or in your mind. So if you still find that in your present day, even if everything's brilliant, you still feel a bit shit sometimes, and you think, God, what's going on with me? You can bet your bottom dollar that there'll be some shadow self there that needs just to be dug out and got rid of, okay? I've had to do it, and it's taken me a few weeks, but I've done it now, thank God. And you'll feel it leave you. It's really weird, right? Because you feel it on your heart, and it's like this heaviness. It's almost like depression. You can't get rid of it, and you're just like, Christ, what is it? And they think, oh, I know what it is. And then you keep working and working and working on it, and concentrating on it, and do meditations to get rid of it, and use visualization to get rid of it. And eventually you'll wake up and it'll be gone, and you think, thank Christ, I've smashed it, I've done it. Okay, it's really hard to do, but you know, I've been practicing it for years. It's hard to do, but once you smash it, you start doing it with everything. Even if it's something that just pisses you off on a tiny level, right? You just go, I didn't like what they said, actually, let's deal with that. Ding, and you'll feel it's gone. It's really powerful stuff, okay? So need a bit more shadow work there, Linz. I love the fact that I've got water at the bottom. It means that you've got spiritual awareness there, and it's a foundation. Spirituality, looking for signs, symbolism, and trying to keep your emotions calm is really very important to you. It's one of your foundations in life, okay? It's quite busy at the moment, so it feels to me like sometimes you're really good, and other times you're feeling a bit crap and that you feel really emotional. It's absolutely fine. We're all feeling that at the moment, okay? But look into why those emotions are going up and down. If you feel like there's a bad day, stop, have 10 minutes and think, right, what is it that's making me not feel great? What is it that's making me feel emotional? What is it that's making me want to cry? What is it that's making me feel down? Then just look at it, honour it for what it is, and then send it on its way, okay, with a blessing. So it's very healthy because they're quite nicely shaped waves. You've got two loves of your life going on at the moment. I would assume that they're your two doggies at the moment. They are your little foundation of happiness at the moment that's keeping you really happy, okay? You've got 3 birds overhead. 3 is an angel number, so you're being very, very, very well reminded that you are protected and loved by angels. There are angel realms there, angel messages coming in. I will take that as silver as opposed to grey. And so I know that, you know, birds are very spiritual anyway, but I know that you are being looked after. You have to believe and have faith that you have still got that going on around you, because sometimes I think it just goes away. Sensuality, you've got orange plastered over the front of this, which is great, and you're aspiring to even more love and connection. So be mindful to communicate this not need, but be mindful to communicate that you still want intimacy, you still want to enjoy that, and you're aspiring and thinking of that quite a lot of the time. Actually, you have got a nice solid foundation of love there, which you aspire to all the time. But I think this is also about people that you can't reach, you know, people that you think, God, why can't they make a bit more of an effort with me? And so I think it's more about that, because it's up in a cloud space, it's up in a inspiration, it's up with something you can't really reach. So I feel like this may be part of your shadow work. Perhaps there's people that you wish would make more effort and they don't, and perhaps it's something you need to accept there, darling. You've got a very, 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 very strong boundaries going on now. You do not want to be hurt again. You do not want to be hurt in any way, shape or form, okay? Because you're literally got criss and crosses all around your boundaries. And I really do want you to not worry that you're going to be hurt again, and let go of this now. There's a bit of past shadow work that needs to be done. I know I keep saying it, but I'm telling you, it will serve you well to have a little dig in there, darling, and see what else is going on there, okay? Generally, you've got a positive outlook because of the big smile, and funnily enough, the smile is purple. Shocker. And you're also covering your roof with purple. You feel protected. You feel spiritually protected. You feel that they're around you, which I'm really pleased about, okay? But you have created crisscrosses in red on the roof, so that's telling me that you are allowing your life or base chakra crap to interfere with your spiritual divinity, your spiritual intuition and knowledge, okay? So be mindful to take time to meditate. Be mindful to take time out in nature. Be mindful to come away from whatever is bugging you, because you're easily bugged by things. You're a very sensitive person. And so what you need to do is you know intuitively, your soul is telling you, you know that you are spiritually looked after. You've got brilliant intuition, you've got a lovely gift, beautiful healing energies, you've got brilliant communication with the other dimensions. But sometimes with the red crosses across the roof, you are letting things into your head and letting them stay there rent free, and that stops you from acknowledging this divine intuition that could clear you or steer you a lot more easier. Does that make sense? But you know, it's a very, very, very informative picture, Linz. It really is. You know, you've got these two tight flower things that are the cheeks to say I'm happy, I'm healthy, I'm okay, and be honest with people. Be a lot more honest with people, because you know, I am, and at the end of the day, they don't like it, then they're not right for me. You've got half an 8 there, which says that you haven't quite reached the infinity number, okay? You're still trying to work on that, which is absolutely great, and you're healing on that and you're working on it. Send yourself healing as well, Linz, as well as worrying about doing it with animals or other people, the healing. So I want to make sure that you bring yourself self-healing as well. Got the beautiful turquoise colour, which tells me that you are wanting to aspire to intuition. So the archangel of that is Haniel. So Haniel, ask Haniel to come in, Haniel, to help you acknowledge intuition, manifestation, and help you to move forward, okay? She works on that vibrant ray, and I feel that's who will be working with you and helping you. So have a little session with her. All right, darling? Finally done it for you. So with that, I'm not going to do any more, darlings. I just wanted to try and show you how to interpret colour patterns and you know, symbology. So keep doing the soul houses, work on them. I'm going to be doing a little experiment later, and if it works, I shall be posting it up here. But for the time being, I have some writing to do, darlings, because I'm a writer. Got some writing to do. Got some chores to do, and I shall be back very soon. So with that, my beautiful family, love you all, and I'm going to be doing this experiment, and hopefully it will work and it will flow, and I'll get that back up later on. Okay, take care, hang on in there, and if you wish to order the course for half price, then just email me. Don't go to the website because it's stuck on a PayPal payment. So for half price, email Nicky Alan 333@gmail.com, and I can start sending you the course. So with that, I will love you and leave you. Speak to you soon. Bye.